Former U.S. Senate Majority Leader Bill Frist recently presented area business people a state collaborative on reforming education final report update at the Knoxville Chamber. As chairman of SCORE, Senator Frist says he's well aware of the improvements needed within this area's education system.
As a politician, I travel around the state, used to travel around the state as a former politician, going to every county, and people would tell me, we're okay, just stay out. I'm doing okay, our education is okay. In fact, we got a B. Well, that B, according to North Carolina, is actually an F, and Arkansas and Florida. We need to be compared with real numbers. When those real numbers come in, it's going to be a challenge because people say, well, you've been telling me I've been doing okay, and we don't like you coming over from Nashville or Washington anyway, and you're telling us we're really not doing very well. So that's a problem, this culture of education, but a challenge, but it's new. The standards are out there. We can't dumb them down. It's fantastic.
Senator Frist believes setting higher education goals is the way to enhance our education system. The board-certified surgeon says envisioning a brighter education future is the only way to achieve our goals.
We have a vision. We have a goal. The goal is right here at the very top. In the Southeast, we want to be #1 within 5 years. The real question that I always get asked is, can it be done? Thank you, Chris. Can it be done? And it can be done. We call our final report a roadmap to success, a plan to make Tennessee schools #1 in the Southeast within 5 years. The question is, can it be done? And I'm a dreamer. And I like to cut hearts out, fix people who are going to die, and lung transplants that have never been done. I like to go do them. And this is kind of like that. You know, it sounds so dramatic and all that, but in truth, we can be #1 in the Southeast. We came up with 4 key strategies, and strategies are important because they sort of get the gist, the sort of heart of what we're talking about. #1 is standards. Expectations. You can do it. Let's raise the standards. We can meet it. And if you talk to teachers, at the end of the day, if you say, what is the most powerful thing you can do for a child, is just raise those expectations. And people will step up to that. And that's sort of #1, Tennessee Diploma Project. #2 is to cultivate strong leaders. It is a little bit crazy to have principals, sort of the CEOs of a school, and superintendents who don't get the sort of support they need in terms of structure. How do you really be a good principal based on what we know today? How do you be a good superintendent? And that's sort of sharing. There are all sorts of little projects out there, and every community does a little bit differently, but let's focus on that together. And 3, this is the heart and soul of education. We all know it from our own experiences, and that is that teacher at the head of the classroom. But how do you attract good teachers to a rural community or to an urban community, and then how do you keep them? And simplistically, we say pay them more, and all that is fine, but in truth, we know really how you attract them is say, listen, that's your passion, you come in and do it, and we'll give you the tools you need. We'll be there, and we'll give the support, we'll give the mentoring, we'll have the weekly conferences that basically help you be the very best at what you want to be. And lastly, data. We have so much data in the state and so much testing and all, but are we really using that data where a principal can use it to better the school, or a teacher can use it to be a better teacher, or a mom or a dad can use it to basically say, okay, these are the sort of things we need to work on maybe at home.
For more information about Tennessee SCORE, or to read the entire final report, visit www.tennesseescore.org.